From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Come on, set.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Richardson looking to throw. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Now, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he'd been off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwebe now. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
The Jets at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Richardson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kalijah Kancey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Off play action, Richardson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game. And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield. It's a big body moving upfield, too. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You talk about this Jets defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run. And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Willis looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. 19-7. Now a handoff up the middle. Nash. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. At their own 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far. Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing. And the best quarterbacks understand
that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun, Richardson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Give left side here for Nwangu. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 9. So probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Second down and 8. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Willis. That is caught. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have regained the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Richardson now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Okay, first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Here's second and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to give into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's third and 6.
19 Lions. Come 19.
Richardson looking to throw this. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu to the 43, second down.
I I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Come on.
2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Richardson out of the shotgun. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Drop 60. 70 Rangers.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st down, Richardson. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Lions' 20-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. They'll get this to Nwangu. Touchdown! Kevin Nwangu. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive the last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back to throw, Willis. That's complete to DK Metcalf. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Willis. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Dragon 60. 19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here's Richardson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Okay, ready?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, set.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
At the 27-yard line.
Ready. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Richardson to the air on first down. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Albert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, here's Willis. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Touchdown, Detroit. Malik Willis, 79 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Richardson working from the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. Ready.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. That's complete left side to Gray. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff right side, Nwangu. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kene Nwangu. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Rig alert, rig alert.
Willis now off play action. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Another run now for Nwangu. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Richardson eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
On the ready. Let's go.
On the give is Nwangu. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kene Nwangu. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Lions 25.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I
really
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Richardson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 36. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. That has to drive the coach crazy.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodon.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, check. Lightning, 18. Check smash, check smash.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Willis to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nash. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is 1st and 10. Now Willis. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Lions.
They're not liking the look. They'll change the play. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Willis. Steps away to, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Carter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, Trash.
Richardson looking to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Willis. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Hurry, hurry!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through and protect the ball. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened.